Donald Trump finally surfaced after going silent all day. He gave a speech moments ago outside of the White House, and he was panicking as it is now clear that Iran has shut down the Omani shipping route, as Iran warned it would if the tankers and vessels would not coordinate with the IRGC. As we reported earlier, we know that Iran was able to effectively shut down the Oman route after knocking out a Singaporean cargo ship. You see right here the latest UK MTO advisory telling people that and telling the ships they cannot use the Oman route anymore, and they must coordinate with the IRGC. As this one account explains, the temporary IMO, International Maritime Organization, back corridor in the Omani waters has been suspended, as Iran warned, you don't go through us, we will attack the ship. That's precisely what it did with this Singapore-flagged cargo ship. The Wall Street Journal also reported it after. We were one of the first to report about it here on the MeidasTouch network. And so just to recap, before I show you what Donald Trump was doing on the White House lawn, panicking to this news, Joyce Karam has a nice summary here. Number one, Iran has denied yet again that it will not have IAEA inspectors at its nuclear facilities. A cargo ship from Singapore was attacked in the Strait of Hormuz. Iran has received a massive oil waiver, and it has sent out dozens and dozens of tankers and has made billions of dollars. Saudi Arabia is now organizing a reconciliation summit for Arab nations, GCC, Gulf Cooperation Council countries to further reconcile with Iran. The Lebanon and Israel talks have been derailed as Netanyahu and other top Israeli officials say they want more land in Lebanon in addition to the security zones in southern Lebanon. They now want pilot zones. They want more Lebanese territory. And the Lebanese government and President Ayoun thought we were going to be talking about Lebanon taking back the security zone portion back to Lebanon. Netanyahu had different ideas. Iran denies agreeing to buying any U.S. soybeans or any U.S. agriculture. So that's not in the deal. We're absolutely not doing that. So Donald Trump with all that, that's your background. Donald Trump rushes out in the White House lawn and he goes, Iran's told me that they want to make a deal so badly. They want to make such a big deal with me. What are you talking about? You did the MOU. The final agreement is to implement the terms of the MOU. What do you mean they want to make a deal with you? You have them on the ropes. What are you talking about? And by the way, this speech that Donald Trump gave, he gave to a group of farmers at the White House because he needs to bail out the farmers. And he blames former President Biden. He goes, it was Biden's fault, but I'm going to give you $11 billion to save you from what Biden did. Dude, it is June 25th right now. You've been in office for almost 2 years. You know how pathetic it is that you're blaming former President Biden? Here, play this clip.
Navy, they had 159 ships within 1.5 weeks. They were all at the bottom of the sea. And then I have to listen to the fake news. Oh, they're much better today than they were then. These people are crazy. They want to make a deal with us very badly. And we probably will. I think we will. But the Strait is open. Yesterday, they took out 19 million barrels of oil. That's the most in the history of the Strait. And the oil prices are dropping like a rock. And you know,
more for Donald Trump. He goes, and guess what, farmers? We knocked the hell out of them, Iran. We're now negotiating from a position of strength, pure strength. Yeah, Iran struck a ship, controls the Strait of Hormuz. What are you? You've given them billions of dollars. You've given them a general waiver for them to send their oil and get U.S. dollars in return. Here's what Donald Trump says. Play this clip.
And I said, we're going to journey down. We're going to do what we have to do. And we did. We knocked the hell out of them. And now we're negotiating from a position of pure strength, pure strength. They know that. And the Strait's already open and we're setting records of the Strait. But we had to do that. We cannot let Iran have a nuclear weapon.
And then Donald Trump said, and guess what, farmers? We've got great news for you. Iran has agreed to use all of the money that we're giving them to buy your produce. They're going to buy it from you, so you're going to get rich from Iran. We've opened up a new market in Iran. So why do you have to bail them out then if that's true? This is more fraud. He is just looking at the farmers right in the eye and lying to them over and over again. Play this clip.
For the American farmer, and after years of getting ripped off by other countries on trade, we've reduced the agricultural trade deficit just this year by 42%, opening markets to the American exports, and all over the world we're opening up markets for the farmers. We have another one, a new market coming up, and that's called the lovely country of Iran. It's a beautiful place. Would anybody like to go there? The Islamic Republic of Iran, they're having a hard time with food, and we're going to be taking some of their money and we'll spend it, and we're going to be buying wheat, soybeans, and corn, a lot of it. And that process is going to be starting pretty soon. It's going to be pretty big, too. I think it's going to be very big. We have an expanded market, dairy in Europe, and the dairy market, as you know, in Europe, we've opened it up.
MB Ghalibaf, Iran's parliament leader and lead negotiator of the MOU, says America falsely claims our unfrozen assets will buy their agriculture. Interesting. The only crop we're harvesting is what you planted. Decades of mistrust. It's organic, abundant, and homegrown. But apparently the U.S. only exports GMO soybeans, broken promises, and trash talks. Then Donald Trump here is like, yeah, don't worry about that. We're hot. Have I told you that we're hot? And we took over Venezuela. Yeah, we conquered Venezuela. We destroyed Iran. We're so hot. And we're going to help Venezuela out now with the earthquake. Yeah. Here, play this clip.
We're doing great. Just so you understand that 2 years ago, we had a dead country. We were a dead country. We were a laughing stock all over the world. We had a man that couldn't walk down those 2 steps. We had a man that couldn't sign a document. He had to use an auto pen. You saw the auto pen over there? He was an auto pen. We call him the auto pen president. And think of it, like 96% of the things he signed, he couldn't sign his name. What happened was a rigged election. But think of it, 2 years ago, we were a country that was laughed at all over the world. The king of Saudi Arabia said to me,
by the way, we should be providing humanitarian aid. Donald Trump hasn't helped out North Carolina from a hurricane. Donald Trump hasn't helped California with the wildfires. Donald Trump also hasn't helped American states when it's come to natural disasters, though I want you to know that. Then Donald Trump says, you, the farmers, are the chosen ones. The guy can literally destroy these people's lives, lie to their faces and say Iran's going to buy their produce, and then he calls them the chosen ones. Here, play this clip.
Trees that at any time, and plants that at any time in the history of our country. And as far as I'm concerned, you are the people. You are the very special ones. You're the chosen ones. You're the farmers, and you're the ones that keep it all going. So I'm with you 1,000%, Brooke. Great job.
So that's why Donald Trump says, and we're giving you $11 billion because of Sleepy Joe Biden. You think you're blaming it on Biden? Do we all realize how pathetic this is? That we are 2 years into this disgusting regime and they're blaming Biden? But these are pathetic losers. That's how they behave. Here, play this clip.
And yesterday we also called on Congress to pass a supplemental funding bill that will provide $11 billion in relief towards specialty crops and helping our great agricultural producers rebound from the losses that they had due to the Biden administration's horrible, horrible rules and regulations. So we're going to be getting an $11 billion payment in relief to our farmers. And Brooke, you'll distribute that money, hopefully equitably. You'll do it equitably, and you'll do a great job with it.
Speaking of being losers, then Donald Trump says, you don't know, but there's a B in dumb. Democrats, there's a B. I took out the B. Play this clip.
Under the last administration, Sleepy Joe Biden and the radical left Democrats, I changed the name. It's dumb. I will probably always, until they become reasonable, I'll use a U instead of an E. It's very simple. Most people don't know there's a B in dumb, so it's a very simple change. I take out the E and I put in the U, and they're Democrats because their policies are so dumb. So that came out a little while ago, and they hate the farmer too. So do you know that they hate you? You know that, don't you? Anyway, the Democrats.
And then he goes, but guess what, everybody? We caught the vandals. There were vandals in the reflecting pool, and they're going to be in deep trouble. Okay, where are the felony prosecutions against these vandals? Where's the evidence of that? Where is that? I'm curious to see these trials play out of these super secret vandals. And we hear play it.
We caught some people vandalizing our beautiful reflecting pool. We have the reflecting pool. They took a cutter, a box cutter or something very sharp. And can you imagine where did these people come up with this? And they threw a little fertilizer in the water, which is not good. Fertilizer doesn't go well with water. Clear, beautiful water doesn't work well. But they caught them. They actually caught them, and those guys have some problems ahead of them. But they did some damage. But it looks beautiful. I just looked at it, Doug, and it looks beautiful. And they're going to fix it.
There you have it, folks. Let me know what you think. That's what was going on in the White House today. Appreciate you. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 7 million. Thanks for watching.
Want to stay plugged in? Become a subscriber to our Substack at MeidasPlus.com. You'll get daily recaps from Ron Filipkowski, ad-free episodes of our podcast, and more exclusive content only available at MeidasPlus.com.